What's going on, everybody? It's EricRayweather back here helping you take your game to the next level, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you a new game-changing tactic for Madden 18. Now, if this is your first time checking out one of my videos and you want to improve your Madden game, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Make sure to hit the bell icon so that you join the notification squad and never miss an upload. So what's going on, guys? Like I said, today I'm going to be showing you guys a game-changing new tactic that tons of people are starting to do. So some of you may have heard about this or seen it, and if you don't know about it, it's really going to change the way you play offense, and especially for people that are still struggling against Tampa 2, Cloud Flats. That's really going to be no more after this video. So some of you may remember recently I did a video on how to beat 91 zone with C routes, and basically the video was talking about, you know, throwing routes on their break to really glitch out the deep zones. Well, in today's video it's going to be a similar tactic, but it's going to be for beating Cloud Flats. So if you're like in the know, if you're, you know, a higher level player, or you watch high level players play on Twitch and stuff like that, then you know that really right now at this point of the year, Tampa 2 has pretty much almost become unusable if you're playing somebody that knows. Now, if you're just playing your average Joe, your regular person who doesn't really, you know, they're not up to date on all the hot tactics and stuff like that, then Tampa 2 is still a very good coverage shell in the game. But if you're playing someone that knows, Tampa 2 is almost unusable, and that's because it's so easy to glitch Cloud Flats out now. So basically, what you're going to want to do to use this is use a out route, a regular out route that you can hot route. And what you're going to want to do is, let's just see. So if you're like, see the cornerback right here, we have a 91 zone. Now this only works against 91 zone, but most of y'all play Ultimate Team, and if you play Ultimate Team at this point of the year, everybody's got 91 zone everywhere. And if the guy doesn't have 91 zone, you'll still be able to get underneath the Cloud Flat, because if he's not 91 zone, he's not going to react quick enough to jump the route anyway. But 91 zone, you're going to be able to dump him out because you're going to use their aggressiveness against him. So if the cornerback is kind of close to your outside receiver, like right here, he's close to B, we don't need to motion him. But if we were to base align, and you see how the cornerback kind of moves a little bit further back, or he's a little bit further away, then you're going to want to motion snap him. But so for the first example, we'll just keep him in close, we won't motion snap him. So you're going to want to you want to bullet past this out route right as he's like about to make his cut, because you want to bait the cornerback to over pursue to the inside, leaving the outside open. So basically like this. Now, might not look huge, but that was 6-7 easy yards. And keep in mind, we're not using a 91 route run wide receiver there. Like if I put Hilton over there, he would get even more open. But just watch it again. You see how he kind of jumps to the inside there? It's very subtle, but look, there we got about 9 yards on it. If you're able to get that 6 to 9 yards every time against a Cloud Flat, I mean, Tampa 2 is unusable at that point. And it doesn't look like much. It doesn't look like anything crazy, but just watch. He kind of bites hard to the inside, and he gets in a position where once he realizes where the ball is actually going, I mean, he's about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards behind him, and that's just too much. He can't make a play on the ball. And like I said, if you put a 91 plus route run guy there, gonna be even more open, because he's gonna cut even harder. But just keep watching. Now you see there, he kind of recovered, but he was still behind the 8 ball. He couldn't make it happen. So now, if it's like base aligned and he's further out like that, I like to motion snap, just because I feel like it just works a little better. And again, you see how crazy he dumped out there. I find that you typically going to get more yards when you motion snap him, but I don't like motion snapping when the cornerback's like really close. Just because, I don't know, I just find that it works better when he's further away. So going up against baseline defenses, I motion snap. And just, I mean, you can see like he's dumbing out. Like he cannot defend this out route. He simply can't defend the out route at all. We'll go back to the replay and show this again. But keep watching. Don't turn off the video, because I'm going to show like other ways to implement this in a second. Just to show you how to make it better. But you see, like he just dumbs out. Like he cannot defend this. And, you know, I sound like a broken record, but if you put a 91 route run guy there, he's gonna dumb him out even more, because that guy's gonna run the route even better. But this is just to show you that even with Dante Moncrief, like, they cannot defend this. It's a game-changing tactic. You're gonna make cover 2 unusable. So now the thing is, like, regular out routes and stuff like that, they're going to work really well against, if someone's not playing an underneath coverage on you, if they're playing like standard cover 3s and stuff like that, you're still going to be able to hit this out route against cover 3 because they're not going to be able to defend it. So that's what's good about it as well, is that even if they switch to other coverages, it's going to work really well. But this is what's even better. So if you're on a hash, you want to keep the bunch. If you're running bunch, for example, I mean, you can do this out of other formations, but bunch is a real good formation to do this out of, because let's say, okay, you're on a hash mark, you have your bunch to the wide side of the field. Now what you can do is set up your play like this. Like, you have the out route and you have the fade in the slot. Put a fast receiver in the slot. So what happens is, if you get people for, whatever reason, you get them out of cover 2, most people are going to go to cover 3. Because cover 4 is kind of, people aren't spamming cover 4 like they were at the beginning of the year. So if you get them out of cover 2, they're going to go to cover 3. And then what happens is, you got a chance to beat them both ways. You can beat them with the out route unless they play like underneath coverage or something. And even if they do, you might, if you have a good receiver there with good route running, good speed, you might be able to beat, the safety in the flat zone. You may be able to beat him to the sideline anyway. But what happens is, you also create the one-play touchdown with this method here if they go to a cover 3, because that motioned out route is going to hold the cornerback down, and that's Casey Hayward, who is a 91 zone guy. So that's what's really great about this, is now if you sprinkle this in and you don't spam it like too heavy, you got ways that you can like really keep your opponent on their heels. Because if they go cover 3, set up the play like this every time when you run it. And if you notice post snap that it's cover 3, because you can see how the safeties rotate, oh man, I can hit them with the one play touchdown now too. And they're not going to be using that, because they might go user the motioned out route or something like that. So you can really get creative with this tactic. You're forcing them out of cover 2, but if you force them into cover 3, they likely might give up a one play touchdown now. So it's just, with this tactic, it really changes offense, and it makes it a lot more stressful for defenders now, because there's just so much other things you can do. So definitely implement this into your game plan immediately. Go into practice mode, practice the timing. You definitely want to get the timing down. It's not hard. I mean, once I saw people doing this, I literally got it down in like a minute. It wasn't hard. It's really not hard, but for some of you, it might take 5 or 10 minutes to get the timing down, and that's fine. But just practice the timing. Once you have it down, get in the game. If you're playing someone that's spamming cover 2 every play, you can just beat them for 6 to 10 yards a pop on that out route. And then you just have other ways you can implement it, like I showed, to get the one play touchdown and things like that. So a really good tactic. It's something that has to be in everybody's game plan going forward. So now defenses have to find a way to adjust, and that's just the name of the game in Madden. It changes throughout the year. Different things come into the fold, and we got to adjust and adapt to it. So as always, guys, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, just drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.